For the past century and a half or so, humanity's motto seems to be deconstruction. Take, for example, abstract art. Deconstructs realism, right? It deconstructs reality. Modern music deconstructs melody. Right now we're deconstructing gender. And in fact, that's part of transhumanism, which is deconstructing humanity itself. But we're also deconstructing language. We no longer have freedom of speech, we have fear of speech, and thought crime and newspeak are in effect. And we're deconstructing theology, we're deconstructing philosophy, we're deconstructing ethics. And what's fascinating, what I've noticed in various and sundry places creeping up here and there, as I'll show in this video, is now we're deconstructing mathematics. And when you're deconstructing mathematics,
you have meddled with the primal forces of nature!
So here's a few clips that I've run across from here and there, the few that I could remember and think of to put together, about how 2 plus 2 equals 4. Well, that's an outdated notion. I mean, 2 plus 2 can equal 5 if you wanted to.
I want to represent magic, right? That you're in a universe and 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 only equals 4 if you accept that 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 is going to be what I want it to be. The universe is going to get out your way. It's like it's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know. One of my favorite books is The Alchemist. I just believe that. I believe that I can create whatever I want to create. It's hard to put into words, some real metaphysical, esoteric nonsense. I consider myself an alchemist. An alchemist is basically a mystical chemist.
I'm with you on the alchemy part.
That we are going to bend the universe and command and demand that the universe become what we want it to be.
We already have drugs that can enhance our cognitive capabilities. For example, drugs used to treat attention deficit disorder like Ritalin, Adderall, all of them are known to improve attention. We have a second category of drugs that can improve memory by 10 or 15%, and those are used currently to treat people with Alzheimer's disease. Are there drugs that can be combined with either a specific brain training exercise or with a device that would then make 2 plus 2 equal to 5? That's a great question because we're headed in that direction.
Common Core K-12 educational standards, an initiative designed, according to the Common Core official website, to provide a set of high-quality academic standards in mathematics and English language arts literacy. Its critics, however, see it very differently. A lot of that criticism has been directed at examples of overly complicated, baffling, impossible, or utterly meaningless questions and activities that have been developed to meet these standards, or on controversial statements like those of Amanda August, a curriculum developer in a Chicago suburb, who was berated for seeming to imply that under Common Core math, 3 times 4 equals 11 will be an acceptable response.
But even under the new Common Core, even if they said 3 times 4 was 11, if they were able to explain their reasoning and explain how they came up with their answer really in words and in oral explanations, and they showed it in the picture, but they just got the final number wrong, we're really more focusing on the how and the way.
Going to be correcting them.
Oh, absolutely, right? Absolutely. We want our students to compute correctly, but the emphasis is really moving more towards the explanation.
Common Core's defenders argue that the questions and assignments showing up online are examples of individual school boards' interpretation of the standards and do not reflect on Common Core themselves. They also point out that August was not saying that teachers wouldn't correct students' incorrect answers, only that greater emphasis will be placed on showing the process by which students deduce those answers. More serious criticism of Common Core has been leveled at the standards themselves and their development by a host of critics, including professors of education, mathematicians, former members of the Department of Education, the largest teachers' union in the country, and countless other professionals.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature.
Okay. 2 plus 2 equals 5, my t-shirt says, for extremely large values of 2. Now that's extremely important because in fact classical logic, such as 2 plus 2 equals 5, is 4, 10 equal 5 is wrong. Two plus 2 equals 5, my t-shirt says, for extremely large values of 2. I cannot believe that he would deny logical, necessary mathematical truths in order to avoid theism.
You have meddled with the primal forces of